to go, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Carolina defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
They'll go play action with Nix. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nix from the shotgun. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. To throw, here's Nix. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Harvey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
15-yard line.
Nix looking to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Looks good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Panthers nothing.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. Nice his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. Now Young. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this week?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Nick's going to give to Harvey. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. They're going. It's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. To throw is Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
One more time with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Alonso looked to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Panthers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Panthers sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run. Winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mondays tonight. Pelicans. Kill. Tonight.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bobby Wagner gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Nix to the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Nix. Flushed out right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws, Has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they'll change things up. From the gun on third down, Nix. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. To the left side, looked in by Franklin. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Here's Nix once more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Nix to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready. Alert, alert. Sack.
Young to throw it. That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. It'll be Young again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. It's high. We're good.
Now Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10.
Now here's Young.
44-yard line.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here we go. 80. It's on. Hey, play to kill.
They'll throw again. Young. He'll find McMillan here. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Young's got his guys 1st and 10.
12. Hey, rock.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ready. Sack. Ready.
Final play of the half. Young. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they weren't totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Young. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Here we go. 12 duo. Sit up. Poker, poker. Poker, poker. Sit up.
Here's Young. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Bonito in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Young. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns. Yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well, another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's a 2nd and 8. Young. This is caught. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Flush to his right. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Young to throw it. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
Here we go, here we go. We're good, we're good. Monday.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Nix. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now it's Horn. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They're back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Got a man, that's Liggett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Young's got his guys 1st and 10.
Easy. Yep, sit high. Yep, sit high. Monday, sit high. Sit high.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Nick Bonito able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing, Young. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
We're good.
To throw, Young. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Nix. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive a coach crazy.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Nix to the air. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from him.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Quick slant, Coker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
He's on. Tax here. Poker, poker.
On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, what was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
27 more yards. That's another Panthers first down.
Young to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
Young now. And this is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Yep, sit high. Ready.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now here's Young. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And the Panthers first down.
Young now from the 50. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Hey, rock. Tax here, tax.
Young will set to throw. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Poker.
One last shot for Young. The 20. Oh, he's going to have the first down and then more. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over.
Panthers 13.
Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of